beautiful beings, and welcome to my sacred space. My name is Raven, and thank you so much for being here. Today, we're gonna have a look at the Star Seeker Oracle by Nicky Ferrada. If that name sounds familiar, you might be thinking of the Star Seeker Tarot, also by Nicky Ferrada. I am so excited to have a look at the cards because I do love that Star Seeker Tarot. This one I got from Nicky Ferrada's website. I remember, I think there was a sale when I purchased it. It was close to Black Friday. Yeah, but this looks nice and I'm so excited. It has the same vibe and feel as the Star Seeker Tarot, which, you know, of course makes sense if you have both. Then of course you can use the oracle as clarifying cards for whatever reading you're doing. Sorry, I always forget, but if you were just here to have a look at the cards, the images, right? Take a look at my description box below. It will have a timestamp. So you can just jump to that part when I do the flip through, because in this channel I talk about the packaging. Ooh, feels nice. I talk about the packaging, the guidebook, and whatnot. So if you're just keen to have a look, see, click the timestamp. Okay, so this feels smooth. It's like that rose petal finish, which is really premium. Yeah, well, my deck is old, but it does feel quite similar to the tarot. Let's open her up. Ooh, okay, so it actually looks very similar. Let me see, let me just open. Oop, there you go. It doesn't have any writing here, but this one has. It says, with a great leap you fly through the seeker's portal. You walk the path following the stars. They guide you to your deepest truth. And similar to the deck that I have, this one has like a key style, which makes sense. You know, the guidebook is indeed the key for you to learn about the tarot or this oracle deck. It feels nice as well. It's not that rose petal feel anymore, but it is very premium. Like a nice matte finish. Okay, let's open it up. The Star Seeker Oracle by Nicky Ferrada. Okay, so this is 2023 first edition. Introduction, how to use the deck, and then her signature there. So as you can see, it's a very thin guidebook. Not very, it's not as thin as your little white book, which comes with your Los Carabeo deck. You know, I don't know how many pages. It has about 85 pages, but let's just skim through it. So you have a part which discusses how you can use the deck, right? And then meditation for connecting and grounding before a reading. Of course, you have to get grounded, connect yourself to your guides, your higher self, clear your thoughts, right? And then asking for guidance with your reading. And then you have the spreads. Sorry for my voice. So you have different spreads here. Wow, that's a lot actually. And then the seed spread. Okay, the Seeker's Journey. Okay, so this would be the meanings for each of the cards. Of course, you can always go and use your intuition, right? Connect with your higher self and your guides to give you the answers according to the cards that pop up. But at the same time, if you would like to get to know your deck better, or perhaps, you know, be a little bit more to the book, then you can, of course, refer to the guidebook. So this one doesn't have any thumbnail or representation of the actual cards on the guidebook, but it does provide quite a lot of information. So later I will pick a card and then we'll go through the description in the guidebook. At the bottom you have keywords, right? And you also have reversed meanings. Sometimes oracle decks don't have reversed meanings, but of course it's up to you, right? Up to the reader how they want to use the deck. Whether you want to read uprights or, you know, also reversed, then that's up to you. All right, so let's have a look. Oh my gosh, oh my god, what is that? Whoa, Why is this card super special? Look at it. Ooh, these are other cards. Okay, let's have a look at that later. I guess these are all the cards. 63, okay. 64, this. Why is it different? I'm so keen to know. Okay, let's have a look at the cardstock first. Cardstock is, of course, premium. I keep saying premium because, you know, independent decks are known to have really great quality. And, you know, this one doesn't disappoint. The card looks a little bit darker than the other one. I think this is more like an indigo to navy midnight blue color, if you can see clearly. It feels so nice. It doesn't have that rose petal feel, but it is very, very smooth, like super smooth, like a baby's butt, and it feels so soft and it's just really nice. The cardstock quality, or the GSM of the cardstock, is perhaps around 350, maybe higher. It does feel really nice. It is still, of course, bendable. It's really, really nice. Look at the card. It's gorgeous. The color, it has some white, off-white border. It has this beautiful, I don't know if it's lilac or like a shade of purple for its edging, which I think is gorgeous. And then let's talk about this special card. This is the seed. Why do I feel like it's different? I guess because it has a special, what do you call that, border. It's quite holographic. I'm not so sure what material they use, but it does reflect light differently, somewhat like a prism. So this is a gorgeous card. And then maybe this is a bonus card to be included in the actual deck. And then you have other cards that don't have numbers. So you have I am unafraid and free. It is a blessing to be me. It is safe to trust myself. I embrace the mysteries of life. I release the need to know. I am passionate, I'm determined, I'm capable of creating anything that I desire. So these obviously are affirmation cards, whether you want to put it on your nightstand so you can read it in the morning and before you go to bed, or perhaps, you know, meditate on the cards and just supercharge your affirmation, right? You can do that as well. As for the full deck, this is it. It has 64 cards, and I am gonna zoom you in so you have a better appreciation of the imagery. So that is the full flip through of the Star Seeker Oracle, a 64 card deck by Nicky Ferrada. What do you guys think? Of course, I had to have a look at the differences in the borders. I just wanted to point that out, right? So you can see these are holographic, somewhat holographic. These are not. So I think it has something to do with the segmentations that I also noticed when flipping through the guidebook. So you have gifts. The gifts are, see, okay, 61 mirror map, key, and the seed. They have somewhat of a holographic border. And then 40, you have the guides. So the team, the masked 50, the masked one, the secret keeper, so there. And then from number 1 up until 48, these are the actual journey of the seeker, I guess. You saw how we just unboxed this, right? So I haven't really gone through the guidebook, but just having a look at the cards, the images, and the segmentation that it does have in the guidebook and on the actual cards themselves, I feel like this is the actual journey. These are, I don't know, like the people that you will meet on that said journey, and then these are like gifts or something that will help you unlock new experiences, unlock knowledge, unlock guidance. So these are the things that you will need to go or need to equip yourself with as you go on that journey. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that is just how I am envisioning how this card was created, or the intention of these different segmentations, right? So just gonna put this back together. I'm not gonna go through each of the cards like I normally do. I just wanted to point out, well, maybe I will. I'm just gonna talk for a little bit, okay? So I just noticed that, of course, since this is created by the same artist, the art style is still very evident. It's still there. It's still gorgeous. It's that beautiful blend of like texture, which it's like hyper-realism. This looks, that river there seems like an actual river, I think. Like the water here, it looks really, really legit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's a digital collage of some sort, or this artwork has both animated, or not animated, both graphics and like real photos, I feel like. But that is the imagination of Nicky. Like you can see this woman is wearing the sea, and it has the same style in the other deck, in the tarot deck. And I think that's really gorgeous that she's still able to marry both hyperrealism with digital collage and whatnot. So I think it's nice that she's still sticking to her style. I think it's beautiful. The cards, some of them are very dark, like this fear, alone, and whereas intuition is bright. So I feel like the colors of the cards, the overall vibe of the cards have something to do with the actual keywords that they have, right? So movement, it's kind of like pink and orange. I feel energy coming through. So yeah, energy. Stuck is just pale gray, very neutral, very cold. So that is what you will feel when you're stuck, right? Change, you can almost feel the treacherous journey that this person is walking through, this hanging bridge made of ropes, right? And that is similar to how it is like if you are experiencing change, or if you're pushing yourself to go and change something. So I feel like this is something that is very true, right? When you are living in your comfort zone and you're of course comfortable and you're used to everything is just it's like you're on autopilot every day. Everything is so usual and common and it's already mastered, right? But if you step out of the comfort zone, this is what you will have to go through. But you see, it's abundant where this person is going, so you'll never know unless you step out of your comfort zone. Gratitude, I noticed immediately the faces on the trees, and I feel like this speaks of like expressing gratitude to nature or through nature. The cards, the faces are still very obvious. Like, look at this burden card. Oh my god, looks so difficult. What was I saying? I forgot. Sorry, ADHD hits. So I was saying something oh yeah, the faces of the cards, because I know, yes. Speaking of faces, there you go. Look at the anguish. You know, you can clearly see on her face, like it does portray emotion. You have some tears running down her face there. It's the eyebrows are furrowed. You know, you can feel again, look at this fury card. Like, just one look, you know that this person is just furious, like insanely angry. And you know, the images are so beautiful. They're well created to not only convey the messages through the keywords, but also, of course, through the images. And I think it's just beautiful. If you draw this card, you can almost feel the suppression. Like, you can clearly see that bird is like really fighting to get out of that hand, that grasp, you know, because a bird is meant to fly. And that is the same emotion that you will feel when you are suppressed, right? Protection, the light coming from within her. And then, yeah, this card, when I saw it earlier, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so spot on. You know, for everyone out there who feels or who has gone through depression, you will relate. And I have. So even though I am very into meditation and all of that, there was a point in my life wherein I feel like I went through the dark night of the soul. And you know, that's something that, you know, is unavoidable. It's something that, you know, we must go through in order for us to learn, because I do believe that we are set on this earth to learn and, you know, work on things that we need to work on so that we can ascend, right? But yeah, it just gave me goosebumps how this is exactly how I was feeling back then, like sinking into the abyss, right? This flow card is so gorgeous, by the way. It really does give you the impression of the movement of water, and the perspective of that shot or that image is beautiful. Freedom, gorgeous. I love this card. It speaks of like relaxation and rest and how we all deserve it, right? From time to time to do some R&R, connect with nature, explore, enrich our lives. And then this one, joy, is so beautiful as well. Grounding, this is so gorgeous. It's like the earth is embracing her. Conflict. So, you know, there's another one that, you know, kind of looks similar. So this is the conflict and this is how you amend. So I think, you know, the cards, apart from them being very beautiful, being very emotive, and, you know, filled with symbolism, I think that the cards are beautiful. I think the keywords, of course, match the actual images, absolutely. I don't know, I'm just so keen to try it out and read through the guidebook to find out the different, you know, people that you will meet on this journey and the different gifts that you need to use on this journey. I don't know if that is how Nicky Ferrada really intended this deck to be perceived as, but at least that's what I'm feeling. So I'm gonna go with my gut. If you know, if I'm incorrect, please let me know in the comment section. I would appreciate if somebody can please correct me. All right, so we are shuffling the deck. It shuffles beautifully. You notice that I shuffled separately because I do have small hands, but either way they shuffle very, very nicely. Let's do it this way. I'm gonna pick a card and read the description. Ooh, the mirror. Okay, let's have a look. So this is part of the gifts, right? So the mirror. You gaze into the magic mirror, eyelids softening under the hypnotic spiral of the glassy surface. Can you see? Yeah. The longer you stare, the deeper the mirror takes you on a journey to the center of yourself. With each passing moment, you gain more awareness over parts of yourself you've never noticed before. Some things are easy to see, useful gifts and traits you didn't know you possessed. Some things are harder to see, flaws and shortcomings you have blinded yourself to. The mirror offers the gift of self-reflection. You've been given a chance to see yourself as you really are, and it may not be what you'd expected. Whether you're delighted or let down, try to see this as a gift which will help you grow. If you find yourself unable to self-reflect, you may want to ask a close friend, how do you see me in this situation? Do you think I'm missing something here? Be open to the feedback you hear, even if it's difficult. Okay, so keywords are self-reflection, consciousness, strong sense of self-honesty. Reversed is avoiding the truth, and conscious and distorted sense of self. I just want to point out that if you decide to go for the third paragraph, wherein, you're asking for a friend, or wherein you're asking a friend, what they think of you in a particular situation, just make sure that you're deeply committed to taking constructive criticisms, because, we don't want to kind of like put our friendships in jeopardy, right? We don't want to jeopardize that relationship with anybody for that matter. So, make sure that you are in a position to accept criticisms, accept the truth, no matter how hurtful it may be. Okay? So that is it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. I do try to respond as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, consider giving it a like or subscribe to my channel for future videos like this. Thank you, and I appreciate you being here. Happy holidays, beautiful beings. Bye!